Quadratic equation. A quadratic equation can be written in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers, and a is not equal to 0. The term ax squared makes a given equation a quadratic equation. So ax squared is our quadratic term, bx is our linear term, and c is our constant term. Quadratic equation like 9x squared minus 3x is equal to 0, m squared minus 25 is equal to 0, 5n squared, n squared, and 5n squared is equal to 50, and negative 3x squared is equal to 6x. These are examples of quadratic equation and known as incomplete quadratic equation. When we say incomplete quadratic equation may not have linear term or constant term, it means there are only two terms, either quadratic and linear or quadratic and constant. There are equations that cannot be easily identified as quadratics. These equations are called disguised quadratic equation. Ayan. Consider the equation like, for example, x plus 1 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. As what you can see, it is not written in a quadratic form or in a standard form, but it's a combination of two linear terms or two linear equation. So how can we identify if it is quadratic? Of course, by multiplying binomials. Multiply the first term, x squared, first term to the second term, plus 2x. Then positive 1 times x plus x. Then positive 1 times positive 2 is plus 2 is equal to 0. Then simplify by combining like terms. So x squared plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, we can say that this equation is considered as a quadratic equation. Examples of this quadratic equation. Disguised quadratic equation. And first, 2x times 4x plus 1 is equal to 3. Number 2. Let's try to prove if it is quadratic or not. What are we going to do? Of course, multiplying this linear term to this binomial or this monomial term in binomial. Ayan. So 2x times 4x is equal to 8x squared. Then 2x times 1 or times positive 1 is plus 2x. And copy the equal sign. And then copy the 3 or the constant term. Then simplify. It becomes 8x squared plus 2x. Transpose this term on the other side. Since it is positive, it becomes negative. Minus 3 is equal to 0. And therefore, it is quadratic. Next, another example. X plus 3, or the squared of x plus 3 is equal to 0. How are we going to do, or how can we prove if it is quadratic or not? Let's try to solve it first. X plus 3 multiplied by itself, so another x plus 3 is equal to 0. Again, apply the FOIL method. First term, x squared. First term times the second term. X times positive 3 plus 3x. Then positive 3 times x plus 3x. Then positive 3 times positive 3 is plus 9 is equal to 0. Then combine the like terms. Simplify. X squared, combine this term, plus 6x plus 9 is equal to 0. How to express the following quadratic equations in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Like for example, x squared is equal to 5x plus 6. This is a quadratic equation, and we are going to express it in its standard form, in this form. So how? First, copy the quadratic term. Then, this term, we are going to transpose it to the other side. Since it is positive 5x, when we transpose it to the other side, it becomes negative 5x. Then, how about the positive 6 or the constant term? When we are going to transpose it on the other side, it becomes negative 6 is equal to 0. Therefore, the standard equation of the x squared is equal to 5x plus 6 is x squared minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0, where our a is equal to 1, our b is equal to negative 5, and our c is equal to negative 6. This is our a, this is our b, and this is our c. Another example. Negative x squared is equal to 4x plus 4. How are we going to transpose that or to express that in its standard form? Again, copy the quadratic term. Next, this term, this linear term, transpose it on the other side. First, the 4x. Since it is positive, if we are going to transpose it on the other side, it becomes positive. Negative. It becomes negative 4x. Then, the constant term, which is positive 4, if we are going to transpose it on the other side, it becomes negative 4. Then, equate it to 0. Equals 0. Therefore, the standard form of the quadratic equation negative x squared is equal to 4x plus 4 is negative x squared minus 4x minus 4 is equal to 0, where our a is equal to negative 1. Our b is equal to negative 4. This is the value of our b. This is the value of our a. And our c is equal to another negative 4. That's how to determine the value of the standard equation or the standard form of a quadratic equation.